Cities today, and they are appearing at the Carlton Celebrity Showroom. And just before we broke away, gentlemen, we talked a little bit about your singing in a cappella, and could you give us an example of how your harmonies work together before we get too far into this? Is this too early in the morning for you to vocalize?
Well,
here?
no.
It's a little early, but we'll take a low key.
If we sound like the McGuire sisters, then, you know.
Well, that's all right, too.
Well, the thing about the Lettermen is we do have a unique situation. There's no tenor or no bass. All three of us are high baritone, and that means that we have to really arrange our songs so we fit as many notes in the same cluster as possible.
It's close together, in other words.
So we'll give you an example. The When I Fall in Love is a song we're going to do. It was our second hit in 1962. It's a pretty ballad, and the parts by themselves sometimes sound pretty strange. So here's an example.
Except the melody. Tony's going to start with the melody.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. That's the melody, okay?
Yes, Donny's part is...
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love.
That's not bad.
And I've got the good part. This is the real strange part.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love.
No, that's not... Now here's how all that sounds together.
They make a little more sense together.
Okay. Oohs?
Right.
Okay. You're up.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I fall in love. When I fall in love with you.
When you're doing two shows a night in a nightclub, what do you do the next day? Sleep the most of the day, or do you have a chance when you're in a city, in an area like ours in the Twin Cities, to get out and see what's going on, or don't you even care?
You know, we get out. The last show is at 11 o'clock, and by the time we're off stage, it's, you know, approaching 1 o'clock in the morning. And then it takes us an hour or two to wind down after the show, so it's pretty late by the time we get to bed. So we sleep most of the morning, and but we have friends and relatives in the area that we managed to get around the city. And we've been here quite a bit.
We have some of your friends part of the fan club up in the front row of our audience, and they said that they all know you personally, and they've seen and heard everything you've ever done, and I think we should acknowledge that down in the front rows of our audience we've got these folks here.
Here's to the fans.
We have a question for you from our audience.
I wanted to know, what was your first song you ever recorded?
Ever recorded, or our first hit?
Your first song you ever recorded?
It's called Pretty as a Picture, or That's My Desire, I believe.
Their Hearts Will Hold a Spring.
Yeah.
It's
They
so
weren't hits.
forgettable.
They weren't
I
hits.
wondered if you remembered.
No, you can see we don't.
What is the first one that you remember?
The first hit we had was called The Way You Look Tonight. It was in 1961 on Capitol.
How
A
many
lot of
records did
people
that
thought
sell?
it was an original song, but it was actually from a 1936 musical called Swing Time.
Movie with Fred Astaire and Ginger.
movie, that's right, yeah.
Do you still remember it?
Oh, sure. We do it in our act.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
I have a question. Your brother was doing this 7 years before you joined the group? Is it about 7 years? Or no, when did you say?
No, my brother was doing it from 1961 to 1974.
And my brother was doing it from 1961 to 1974.
So
Donny and I are brothers.
I know. What I was getting at was, Donny, while your brother were part of the group, was this something that you were kind of outside looking in thinking, gee, I'd like to join that group one day, or?
Not really. I never really thought of joining the group. The Lettermen was, my big brother was a star. I was a kid growing up in school. You know how it was great for a kid growing up. I was very interested in music, and I grew up around it. I knew all of the songs backwards and forwards and all of the harmony parts, just being a little brother hanging around in rehearsals all the time. It made it a lot easier when Jim left the group for me to join the group than it would be for anybody else, because...
Easier for us, yeah.
Yeah, because I knew all the songs and all the parts already, so...
How about your children now? You have quite a few of them. Are they going to be vocalists also?
Bringing in the third string, coming up shortly.
Oh, they're vocalists, all right.
They're very vocal. So do they sing?
Sometimes you get them to do it in a melodic form. My two daughters sing. They know every Donny and Marie song backwards, and they don't make too big a deal about the Lettermen, but they like contemporary music.
You have, we should mention again before we break away from this segment, of course, you're going to be coming back out and helping Barbara and I cook in just a bit, but you have performances at the Carlton Celebrity Showroom through Saturday evening, and I understand that there are some seats available for those remaining performances.
Except tonight.
Except for tonight's? You got it already sold out?
There's some kind of an election going on, I don't know about.
Well, listen, I'd like to thank all three of you gentlemen for coming out, and especially for the singing demonstration at this hour of the morning. I know that for singers that's got to be difficult at times.
No problem at all.
We'll be back with more on Twin Cities Today in just a moment.
We're back.
Already?
Already, do you believe that? And we're all prepared to do some cooking with Donny and Gary. And we have a recipe that has been sent in by Helen Willard from St. Paul. And she's the winner because there are so many people that are making this one. Do you like to cook?
I love to cook.
Do you like to cook?
I like to, but don't do too much.
You're not very good at it?
Well, on the road, it's very hard.
Well,
you know, they don't provide a stove in the rooms.
Tell you what, everybody take your rings off because you're going to get your hands kind of dirty.
Oh, we got to gush this hamburger here.
These are called taco burgers, and included in taco burgers are 2 pounds of ground round, which I already have it here. You're getting ready, aren't you? Oh, okay. Just be careful. You know where you're putting it. Okay, and we're going to put in.
Just get a little
It's all right.
mix it with
I won't make
come
that.
Okay,
Here, you can open that. Put in the Lipton soup mix into the hamburgers. This is so
This is
exciting.
called taco burgers.
Taco burgers.
burgers.
Have you ever had taco burgers before?
No.
Do you think you're going to like them?
Yeah, well, I love Mexican food.
Even if they're not cooked?
raw hamburgers.
You think so?
No, I'll
this
pass
goes
on.
on the
Just
2
dump it
pounds of the
in,
ground.
just dump it in. And then what we're going to do is put in some tomato, just 1 firm chopped tomato. Isn't that magical? We have such a magical show, it's already done.
What's the difference between firm chop and other chop?
Well, I don't know. That's what she said.
Firm
I'll let
chopped.
you put,
Okay.
See, I don't have to do anything today.
Right in with the
Right in, put the tomato in,
Okay.
and on the bottom of that, I have
There's
already chopped up some green pepper.
peppers,
1/2
right.
cup
Okay.
of chopped green pepper, and then put in 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can do that, Tony.
This chili powder?
Yeah.
Now, how do you know? Oh, that's a tablespoon.
That's a tablespoon. Can you believe this?
Can I just go ahead and put
Teaspoon right here.
Teaspoon.
I'll just go ahead and put the chopped
heaping
onions.
or
No,
regular?
not heaping.
Should I just put the chopped onions in here?
The chopped onions are for John, but you can come out when John does his too, if you'd like.
I'm sorry.
All right. We have on a
You know what
teaspoon
you can do?
of
You can chop that up over there, though, on the board.
Okay.
Because
Well,
we're
that
going to
smells
include that in the burrito. They're not burritos. These are tortillas. Have you ever used tortillas before? I never have.
These are flour tortillas. There's 2 different types of tortillas.
Oh, tell me about it. because
Corn
I-
and flour.
And these are flour
These are flour,
tortillas.
yes.
And I bought them frozen and just let them thaw. And what you're supposed to do is really kind of heat it up for a couple of seconds on each side. Who wants to?
Well, I don't have my ring on.
You have your ring on? All right, I tell you what. You use this hand, and I'll use this one.
I thought I was going to get out of the...
How about it?
No,
Together.
let's just get in there.
Oh, gee.
Oh, boy.
How fine do they want the lettuce chopped?
Oh, just however you like it. Just, you know, you can even shred it if you want to.
Is that going to be mixed with the...
Because you're going to have to eat this, so no, it isn't. I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to wrap it in the tortilla.
smells
You know, when
Okay,
the
well,
hamburger's done.
You want to chop
Look at this.
taco style?
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Just
enough.
We have that camera on the ceiling.
So it
that,
still looks like lettuce then.
Show straight down into this pot.
shall we? Doesn't that look good?
It smells delicious. It really smells great.
Yeah. How are you doing there?
Good now.
You think you'll ever get it off again?
I think I just lost my ring.
You know, this is kind of therapeutic, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to let you get your hands dirty too and form about, I think about 6 oval hamburger patties, you know, not flat, not
6
square.
oval ham.
Yeah, oval. So that if you know, if you don't have the tortillas at home, she said that you could put them in hamburger buns. I mean, in Frankfurter buns. Oh, no. Oh, you got to be kidding.
It's great.
Do you eat raw hamburger?
Oh, sure. There's what do they call it? There's a dish.
Yeah,
There's a dish in most gourmet restaurants.
where you do.
It's raw hamburger, but there's a name for it. Does anyone know the name for the raw? Steak tartare.
Oh.
That's right.
Exactly right.
It's ground steak, of course.
You don't think it's dangerous, huh?
No, it's
Pretty safe.
Well, as long as it's not pork, I guess.
Oh, yeah? You
Okay.
sleep in the raw, too, I bet. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, we're supposed to form this into oval
with my ring.
patties.
Oval patties, huh?
That never comes off, I bet. Okay. See, and, you know, it's sizzling up a storm here because the electricity is really working
This is
fine.
big.
Now, wait a minute. Are these are being done by themselves?
They are. They're
These
being
have
done.
been
We may
done-
have taco burgers tartare, whatever it is, because it's not working. There we go.
But the tortillas have been preheated already.
The tortillas have to have been preheated, yeah.
Okay.
We got 4 there. Okay, 5. We're going to have to come out with about 7, I think. 7 or 8.
Yeah. How are we doing on time? Oh, we have a little time here. All right, now, as these are sizzling up a storm, they're really... That is a large one. You must be hungry. Have a big
Very
appetite.
delicate hand in his cooking.
Then what we're supposed to do, when it's all done, folks, like this, you take the oval burger, you wrap it in the warm tortilla, and you also, now's the time for the shredded lettuce.
Okay. You want to just pick it up? Just a little bit.
That's all right.
here,
You
huh?
can bring it over here.
Okay, well, individually?
That's okay. Just one. We'll just show them how
one,
we're going to
just
put it
the one.
together. Yeah.
You know, just a little, Gary.
Okay, there
It's
you
a
go.
lettuce burger. Okay.
They don't have anything
A little
for
bit
it.
of shredded. Okay.
Go ahead
About
and
that
wrap
much,
it
right?
up. Yeah.
And then you do a East Los Angeles wrap.
Right. What's an East Los Angeles wrap?
That's the Mexican district of
Yeah,
Los
right.
Angeles.
Oh,
Just
that's fine. And
Use
then,
a
you know,
toothpick.
just eat it. Don't you dare.
After you cook.
what do you say, folks? Huh?
I care about your welfare, oh, please.
After you cook it, right?
After you cook it, yes, it is. See,
Yes.
we're just pretending. This is,
Right.
like I said, it's kind of a magical show. And now that they're all done, voila. And I just sprinkle a little cheese on the top, you see. And for all you know... Now, you want to try one of those? They're called... While we're eating these taco burgers, we're going to have a message, and then we'll be right back with more of Twin Cities Today.